All right, today we're doing something a little different. We're not just going to talk about high finance from the outside. No, we are going to take you inside. This is your life, step by step, level by level, through the entire machine.
So, picture this. The market opens in just 4 minutes. But you've been here since 5:47 a.m. You're 23. You're running on lukewarm coffee, staring at 3 glowing screens, already buried in student debt. That huge salary they offered you? Yeah, it felt amazing for about 5 minutes, until you saw what your bosses bill per hour. This, right here, this is the starting line.
And this is where your journey through the machine really begins. From this moment on, every single choice, every little compromise, every step up the ladder, it's all on you. We're going to trace this path from being a complete nobody all the way to the absolute peak of financial power.
Okay, let's start at the very foundation. Level 1, the analyst. You are the steel rebar in the concrete of a skyscraper. Absolutely essential, but completely invisible. Nobody ever sees you, nobody thanks you, but without you, the whole thing comes crashing down.
$430 million. That's the size of the first big deal you touch. And where are you? You're on the 31st floor, just a face in a sea of cubicles, staring at a spreadsheet. You're never going to meet the client. You won't even see the inside of the boardroom. But your numbers, your model, oh, they're in that room. You're like a ghost in the machine, present but totally unseen.
And then it happens. Your first real test. And guess what? It's got nothing to do with math. It's about pure survival. You find an error, a $2 million error in your senior associate's model. So what do? You stare at it, you quietly fix it in your version of the file, and you say absolutely nothing. Not a word.
And right there, that's it. You just learned the first and maybe the most important unwritten rule of the game. See, the system doesn't reward honesty for pointing out your superior's mistake. That just gets you labeled as difficult. What does it reward? Discretion. You fix the problem without making a sound, and suddenly you're useful. You're a problem solver.
Well, that discretion, it works. A couple of grueling years go by, and you get the promotion. You're an associate now. And this isn't just a new title for your LinkedIn profile. No, this is a real shift. It's the first time you get to move just a little bit closer to where the real power is.
And the difference is like night and day. Before, you were chained to a spreadsheet. Now, you're actually in the room. I mean, okay, maybe it's the side room where the juniors have to wait, but you are physically there. You're not just processing numbers anymore, you're helping structure the actual deals. It's a huge step up.
But with this new proximity to power comes a new kind of test, a moral one. The deal you're working on, it's going to result in a whole lot of layoffs. But nobody's asking you to model the human cost, are they? Your job is to model the EBITDA margins. So, you do it, and you do it perfectly. And you just tell yourself, hey, I'm just running the numbers.
You keep your head down, you do the work, and boom, you make it to VP, Vice President. Now the game changes completely. You're not just supporting the deals anymore. You're not just sitting in the side room. You are now a dealer. You're the one responsible for making the deals happen.
$620 million. That's the size of your first deal, basically on your own. Sure, your managing director's name's on the cover sheet, but you know that moment in the meeting when things get really complicated and the client has a tough question. They don't look at the MD. They look at you. They ask you. And that's when you know. You're the point person now.
So, to make this deal work, you have to restructure the company's pension obligations. You know exactly what that's going to mean for the people relying on that money for retirement. But you don't say a word about it, nobody does. The deal closes, and your bonus? A cool $480,000.
And that's when the next rule really sinks in. Morality, you realize, has become a luxury. The question is no longer, is this deal good for people? The only question that matters is this deal executable? Good, bad, that's all just noise. Executable is everything.
So you keep climbing. Director, and then managing director. Up here, the air is different. The game isn't about the nuts and bolts of one deal anymore. It's bigger than that. Now it's all about building and leveraging your network. It's about who you know.
$2.8 billion. That's the size of the mandate you just lost. And why? Were your numbers wrong? Was your pitch weak? Nope. You lost because the MD from the competing bank goes to the same private golf club as the client's chairman. That's it. It's a brutal lesson, but a vital one.
And that's when you finally get it.
Capital doesn't just follow the best returns. It follows trust. It follows familiarity. It follows people who are, well, just like them. The business isn't the deal. The relationship is the business. And you know what? You join 2 clubs within the month.
And then, finally, you make it, the absolute apex of the pyramid. You're made partner. You are one of only 14 in your entire division. And at this level, you're not just working inside the system anymore. You are the system.
Everything changes because you now have skin in the game. Real skin, a piece of the firm's fund. Your entire perspective shifts. You stop thinking about an annual bonus and start thinking about the 5-year, 10-year fund cycle. You're not thinking in quarters anymore. You're thinking in decades. You're not working for the bank. You are the bank. Your influence is, well, it's immense. You don't have a Bloomberg terminal. You have a phone that connects you to people who move entirely